Say hello to all your admirers. I know you're tired. Yes, you are. You're tired. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to do a little update on Ripley here, because I know that, oh, excuse me for a minute. I dropped something here. I know he was quite the little lover superstar, and I think half of the Citrus County Animal Shelter and those involved with it are subscribed to me or watching my videos now to keep abreast of his ongoing antics or his life here with me. And things have calmed down quite a lot. I mean, they've gotten really well. He does need the morning ball play, just a little, not a lot, I mean, just to where he gets tired of it, and that's it. We go back in, and then I can go and leave the house and go shopping, and he's just fine after that. So he needs to get that energy out. Anyway, it seems he's acclimating very nicely. He's getting used to things. He's a little worn out now because we did play ball, and I had the little vacuum going. I've got a little shop vac, a little purple one, the one I made the video on a long time ago when I got it, and I was doing the fan blades, and I got the new doggy door flap, which, yeah, that thing, man, I can't believe the price, but it's pretty good quality. So now it's a lot nicer. He can get through there a lot better, and it seals up real well. With Joey, he was so old, and he just had trouble with it. That's why I left the old one on, which was worn very thin, and I did basically make that out of like a doormat, a front doormat, whatever you would lay down, but a real thin one, because he was having trouble. But this time I got one that replaces the original of this company that no longer makes that doggy door, because this is probably about 30 years old. So I did find a company that makes them, and they are heavier duty than the original. So anyway, we got that. He's okay with it. He'd still rather have me take him in and out, through the porch door, which, it's more of a camaraderie thing, but he does use it to come back in when he goes out there, and, he kind of just goes sniffing in the yard and eating grass and whatever. I can't stand there for that long, and I just leave him out there, and he comes right through the door, no problem. His favorite toy, of course, is that little black, let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. Yeah, that little black rubber ball, that really hard rubber ball, that's like his baby now. I mean, all those other toys and everything, he relatively avoids, or he ignores them. He does like the pull rope when we go out there and do a little leash training. And after we get done, then it's playtime, and we yank a little on the rope. I let him have it, and he runs off crazy and gets that energy out after we train. And of course, he gets treats, the little soft, chewy treats while we train. So he's doing very well on heel, sit, stay, come when he's on the leash. He still has a problem with come when he doesn't wanna, but we'll get to that too. That's going to take a little bit of time. And let's see here. Yeah, what else did? Oh yeah, this morning we went to Lowe's together, and you can take a dog into Lowe's. So I thought, well, he's doing pretty good on a leash. He's behaving fairly well, and so I took him with me. we made one stop at another store that I had to run in, get something, and of course I got two keys for the car and door locks, the remote that I can leave the car running with the air conditioning on. And he can't put it in gear or anything because he can't reach the brake pedal at the same time. So, and anyway, he stays in the back seat. He likes it back there. So, we went to Lowe's. He behaved very nicely. Of course, a little bit of pulling here and there because everything was new and he had to sniff it out. And so we got screws. I needed longer screws because the doggy door flap was a lot thicker than the old one. So I needed to get longer screws, and I just didn't have any here that, would do the job. Not the way I wanted to do it and mount it right. So he had a lot of fun there, and like I said, he's worn out now. It was an exciting morning for him going somewhere. He peed on the bushes. I'm glad he didn't pee on anything in Lowe's because we went through the garden department, which of course I kind of knew he would, and he did try one time, but I told him to heel, and he stopped, and everything went fine. So no peeing in there. And then also I wanted to touch base that I got a letter today, a very nice letter from somebody called Louise, and of course I'm not going to mention the whole name or anything like that. And she says she was one of many of Ripley's shelter mommies. So, love the updates and so forth, and thank you for adopting them. And you don't have to thank me, guys. This is like a match made in heaven, and we're getting along great. He's got a better life than most people do, which most of my dogs have always had. And I appreciate the little gift that you put in the envelope, Louise, and it'll go to good use to him, and whatever it takes. I know he does have to go to the vet to have his eyes done, and we got another 2 weeks or so to go in there, have them take a look at it and see if he needs any more. He is getting his eye medicine twice a day with the drops, and it does appear to be getting a lot better. He doesn't seem to be needing the whatever keeps him wet, the cream or whatever. His eye seems to be fine. There's no curling or anything else. So I wanted to give that update too. And it seems like everybody, loved this little guy, which I can understand. He is a lovable guy. He doesn't know how to work people, and there's nothing really there that's detrimental or anything like that. We had the little problem to begin with there, and that was, like I said, probably more my fault because I didn't work him or get that energy out of him. And the rain hasn't helped, of course. So, and everybody that lives around here, that we've had a lot of rain, and it's not always advantageous to go out there. And I did get a couple of scrapers so that we could clean up a little bit before coming in the house, and the kind of doormat foot scrapers, which he runs across too, and it helps. So anyway, okay. So I got the letter, and very nice, and I would have returned a thank you letter, but unfortunately the post office stamped right over your return address, and I can't read more than half of it. So in either case, And if anybody ever wants to contact me, I mean, I don't make any bones about it. I am on Skype. I am Warhorse, 2 words, capital W, capital H. I am on Skype. Just if you want to contact me personally, talk to me, whatever, you can get to me on Skype, and that goes for anybody out there, really. Just put a little notation on the what do you call it, the invite, or when you get in contact with me, kind of put who you are and whatever, and of course, if there's anybody that wants to cause any trouble or problems with me, I can block you the minute you open your mouth, and I don't like it. Now, I'm not talking about people involved with Ripley here. I know better from you guys, but YouTube's a crazy place. The internet is. There are people that are going to be, So anyway, I do talk to a lot of people on Skype and even Google Hangouts, and I'd prefer Skype, but it's a lot cleaner. So that's the update. He's having a great time. He loves that bed, and he loves the other bed over there too. Because every time, whoops, there we go. If I get over to the computer, then he comes over there and he lays there, and he's basically doing about the same thing that Joey did, which Joey always kind of followed me around the house too. And as far as treats and food go and everything else, he enjoys everything. He's gotten used to the pig ears, which he didn't like to begin with, and now he's getting used to them once I break them, a little bit and make them crunchy. So, and the computer thing here, what I've done is I took an old screen that I took off of the the kitchen window a long time ago, because I never opened that. And all I do is I place it right in front of the computers like that, and that seems to deter him just fine. So when I leave the house, I got to put that out there, or up there. So, it'll probably be a little bit, and then he'll just get the drift. He'll get the drift that, not to go there, and he won't. The other thing is I've got a little, what do you call it, boombox stereo, or, I guess, one of them old things that we bought back in the 80s or 90s. My wife and I did, and I turn that on when I leave the house. Not very loud, just enough for a little background noise. So that seems to keep him happy too. And like I said, the major thing is that he needs to get a little energy out of him. So we do the ball playing, we throw the ball, and he runs in the morning, and then he does his business out in the yard too. And after that, he seems very, very content. So anyway, it seems I'm making this a doggy channel now. So right now, there's no updates on any type of mechanical work or any riding that I'm doing because of the weather, obviously. And there's nothing else really going on. So we're doing good, and thank you guys for really caring, and I will keep you up to date as we go along. And like I said, my channel isn't just about doggies. It's just that he's new right now. A lot of people cared about him. Seems to be a superstar out there in the doggy world before he came here. And I know a lot of my other followers and people I've been talking to for years and years really aren't interested in this. So I got to break it up a little bit, but he'll be in it just like Joey was before. A lot of my videos had Joey in them. Some of them I've removed from YouTube because of their stupid censorship thing, and you know, even back then, a lot of the talks I had Joey and Tigger in them. So I still have all the videos, but until YouTube becomes realistic again, I'm not going to re-upload them. Or, well, they're just set to private. So all I have to do is change the setting on them. Anyway, that's all pretty much on the Ripley front here. And yeah, well, I hope nothing overly exciting happens, but if anything great happens, or anything good comes out of it, and we'll go on from there, and we'll do a video here and there about them. So anyway, that's all I wanted to touch base with, and again, thank you, for all the people that have emailed me and written me and done all this great things. I appreciate it, and I'll keep in touch as best I can. So take care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.